up on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Forever my lady like Jodeci. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it popping like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', we gon' get it poppin' and soaking wet, fuck around. Got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I be on not a man, I hit you up on the phone. I'm head down to pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I wanna call you up, but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby, you the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer cut you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama, me. Yeah, baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. And didn't know that you my mama, me. Yeah, baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. Baby girl, I got plans for you. Better yet, I made plans for two. Take your time, let me admire you. And baby girl, we get it poppin' like we supposed to do. We can start from the stairs, girl, I promise an hour. After we're done, we should raise. You can jump in the shower. I'll tell the world that it's yours, baby girl, that it's ours. Anything that you need in life, baby, I got you. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you to be the one when talk is tough, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I do admire you. You the one that I need. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you to be the one when time gets tough, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I...
The voice of the voiceless, the masses hero, and chairman of the Council of Patriots will arrive in Liberia on December 30 at 9:30 a.m. with a delegation of 15 persons from the United States of America. All supporters, sympathizers, and well-wishers of the Council of Patriots are expected to assemble at the Roberts International Airport to welcome Henry Costa.
Some will eat and drink with you.
Buses will be available at the Unity Party headquarters on Broad Street and the Total gas station at the Freeport of Monrovia as early as 7:30 a.m.
Only your friend know your secret.
Pickup points are from Broad Street through Top Bomb Boulevard to MP gas station at the SKD, and from the Freeport of Monrovia through the Japan Freeway, through Red Light Duper Road, through Zubatown to Rehab in Painesville. Come out, all supporters and well-wishers of the Council of Patriots, to the Roberts International Airport on December 30 at 9:30 a.m. to welcome your hero, Henry Pedro Costa.
Chair, I've been waiting too long for the car business under the hassle.
Wow, you get wow. You hear about the app in Liberia called Minida right here?
Minida, well, Minida got to do anything.
Minida is a ride-sharing app in Liberia that making transportation so easy. You can download the Minida app on your phone and be able to request bike, taxi, keke, big bus, small bus all around Liberia. And the good thing about it, every time you open Minida app, Minida will always provide you your pickup address. All you have to enter is your destination address. Destination address simply means where you are going.
So I need internet service?
Yeah, you get. Of course, you need internet service. You have to be able to use your internet service and download Google Maps first. Secondly, you have to go into your phone settings and turn on your location. And then you download Minida app and begin to request ride all across Liberia. We're all fighting for a car and we're all standing long time on the road.
So how do I connect to drivers?
You get it very easy. The drivers will also sign up and follow the same instruction I'm telling you now. They would be able to turn on the location in the phone settings and download Google Maps and download Minida Driver app. And then the moment you make a request, the driver will be able to receive your ride request. And another good thing is your family members and your friends from all around the world can be able to request ride for you in Liberia. You get.
So how do I pay?
You get. All you can pay with is your bank card, and you can pay with Lone Star or Orange Mobile Money.
Is that easy?
Yeah, that's how easy it is, you get.
So me now that transportation may easy. Oh, thank you, my brother. Let me go download my app, yeah. Hey, transportation may easy, oh.
For more information on how to download Minaida app and use Minaida app, you could go over to YouTube and search Minaida Liberia.
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas. Pennsylvania residents, we got good news for you. Are you interested in boosting your career or moving to the next level? Reach out to us at Excellence Staffing and Global at 267-461-7460 and take advantage of our training services and become either a certified nursing assistant CNA or database administrator DBA. We have a team of experts that can prepare you for your next level. Register now or call 267-461-7460 and get a 25% discount with promo code ESG2022 for our certified nursing assistant training or our database administrator training. Registration ends on December 31, 2022. Training cost is absolutely affordable. It's Excellence Staffing and Global, powering workforce with excellence. Remember to call us now at 267-461-7460.
Are you in search of a credible, trustworthy, and professional real estate company? Well, your answer is yes. Realty Liberia Corporation is a solution to all your real estate needs. They provide real estate management, broker the sale or purchase of real properties, facilitate real property rental arrangements. They do property appraisals and title searches. Their effective and competent U.S. trained team boasts of over 30 years of experience working in the residential and commercial real estate space of America. They are a 100% Liberian-owned company located ideally on 4th Street Sinker in the Oregon compound. They can be reached on cell phone numbers +231-888-282-828 or 231-775-282-828. They are found on the internet at www.realtyliberia.com. Ladies and gentlemen, stop by today at their 4th Street Sinker office and tell them Henry Costa sent you.
Don't sleep, don't sleep.
When you talk durable, environmental friendly, and an all-weather surface smoothener, the only name that comes to mind is Syc Quality Paints. Syc Quality Paints come in all color and is produced in the USA. You don't have to worry anymore, because with Syc Quality Paints, you can change from oil to water-based paint with no damage to your wall or surface. And also, Syc Paint doesn't peel your wall. The good news is we can customize your paint based on your preference. Locate our offices in Police Academy Junction, RRA Highway, and our newly opened branch at LMC Junction, St. Paul Bridge, Bourgeois Island. For the first of its kind in Liberia, Syc Quality Group of Companies Incorporated introduces the Painter Referral Cash Commission. Professional painters can earn referral cash commission ranging from $5 United States dollars to $375 United States dollars when your client buy minimum total sale value greater than or equal to $200 United States dollars per transaction. This offer runs from September 5th, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. Interested professional painters can contact any of our Zize Quality Paint store locations. This is our way of appreciating our valued professional painters for their support and continuous commitment to doing business with us. The qualification is just simple. You must be a professional painter. Referral cash commission is based on per transaction and not on accumulated purchases. For more information, call phone numbers 0777 366 142 or 0555 386 177. Zize Quality Paints. Give your property a shine.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Syc Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Syc Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Syc Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Syc Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Syc Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends where you are in our one word. Today is the 15th day of December 2022. It is 10:32 a.m. in Liberia. The time in Delaware on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America is 5:32 a.m. And we are your humble servants, Buakai Amara Kamara, and I am Henry Pedro Costa. We're glad to be here today. Buakai, good morning. Welcome to you.
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. The 15th day, the 12th month, 2022 is good to be here.
2 more weeks and 16 more days, and the year will be over. And today is exactly the middle of the month, of course, just about, and 2 weeks exactly from today, we will be in Liberia, December 30th, 2022. Good morning, folks. Lots of things we're going to be talking about today. The president's trip to the United States has been an extraordinarily remarkable success based on one singular fact. The president took selfies with Joe Biden. Period. Nothing else you say matters. Nothing. Whether he had a one-on-one meeting with Biden, whether he and Biden ate lunch together, it does not matter. George Weah took selfies with Joe Biden. Every citizen on Facebook is using those selfies as their profile pictures.
That is the success of the trip. But here is what you also do not know. When when Biden took those pictures, when George Weah begged Biden for those selfies, while George Weah was taking the selfies, Joe Biden told him because of the goal that Timothy Weah School for America, Joe Biden told George Weah that he's going to give George Weah $1 billion for Liberia. $1 billion.
Wow.
Yes. Also, Joe Biden told George Weah that he's going to ask the Liberian people. Joe Biden, will personally ask the Liberian people during the election in 2023 to give George Weah a second term in office because of that one goal. That one goal that Timothy Weah scored. Jojo Parker, why you not let him play football to play for America? Yeah. Tanta Parker, why you not play football? You go make music. You so play football. You play for America. Yeah. Now, Joe Biden again support Joe Weah. Man, Parker, is he gonna throw away? Is he gonna throw away for you? Well, if anybody out there listening to, or if you believe what I say, there's something wrong with you, Zaga. If you actually believe the thing I'm talking, then you Zaga. If you take me seriously, you Zaga. So let me say something to you. Now, so I ain't got no support for Joe Biden.
But the mayor in the midst of Joe Biden and other leaders.
But that is accomplishment. But let me tell you how he came to be in that proximity with Joe Biden. Don't go carry it. Costa says, "Oh, I beg you." I was just making fun. I don't want the Englishman call. I was making joke.
Mockery. Or making mockery out of Weah.
I was making mockery out of the man. But you go carry and say, "Cause I said Joe Biden was something me a fear abomination." But let me say this to you. You see, so yesterday Joe Biden had a meeting with 5 African leaders. 5. And it's in the Bloomberg. You can go read Bloomberg. It's there. Yeah, that's when I want to call sarcasm. I was being sarcastic. The bookman said sarcasm. So yesterday, Biden had a meeting with 5 African leaders. Sierra Leone, Madabio was there. Madagascar, Nigeria, Gabon, and Congo. 5. Actually, he had a meeting with 5 African leaders. And Joe Weah was there. And the meeting he had with them is here in the Bloomberg. Don't take my word for it. Go and read it. Go Google it. Biden met with 5 African leaders. And why did he meet with them? These 5 African countries are having elections coming up in 2023.
Yeah.
It is stated here in Bloomberg. Go read it. Like I said, don't take my word for it. So Biden never had a meeting with Biden. You know why he never met with a Ghanaian leader? Because there's no election in Ghana. He never met with the leader of Guinea. I mean, with the leader of the other African countries. They don't have elections. But these countries that he met with, they are having elections coming up. So Biden had a meeting with them to encourage them to do free and fair elections. Go read it. Don't take my word for it. No. You don't have to take my word for it. So the picture you see, that was the time Joe Weah got his opportunity to take the what? The selfie.
Mm-hmm.
Biden called these people to a meeting. Said, look, you all are having elections. Nigeria is having elections in May of 2023. 3 main candidates for president. Atiku Abubakar for vice president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi, who is this man I'm rooting for, Peter Obi. And then, of course, in Liberia, we're having elections where Joe Biden will be the next president. And in Madagascar, they're having elections. In Sierra Leone, they are having elections. In Congo, they're having elections. So when the people met with Biden, so Biden can tell them, look, elections are coming. Now, if you read the post that Carrasco made on Facebook, what did he say in his post?
No, I'm not friend of Carrasco.
Oh, you're not friend of Carrasco? Okay. Carrasco made a post on Facebook and said, when Joey met with, let me go read Carrasco's post. Yeah, you know, the reason I'm even mentioning Carrasco's post is because I want to use his own post to prove the point that I'm making. This is a post Carrasco made 10 hours ago. Very excited, but here's where they expose themselves. President Weah urges U.S. support for 2023 elections, consolidation of democracy in Liberia. The president of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. John Manuel Weah, has urged President Joseph R. Biden and the United States government to give maximum support to Liberia's elections in 2023 as a way of consolidating democracy, rule of law, and enhancing growth and development in Liberia and Africa as a whole. The president made the call when a select group of he and five other African leaders joined President Biden at the White House to discuss elections, democracy, rule of law. You see that? How many other people met with Biden in the meeting with Weah? 5. You see that? So it was not a one-on-one meeting. Biden never had a one-on-one meeting with any of these people. They went to discuss election matters. Yeah, thank you. Nigeria is actually having elections in February. They went to discuss election matters. Biden wanted to encourage them. Look, you have elections coming up, and these elections are critical to the stability of your country and to the democracy of your respective countries. I'm urging you to ensure that these elections are free, fair, and transparent. They go to the meeting, Joe, we are taking a phone, you want a selfie. Because all we are wants is to take pictures. That's all. I have not seen selfies on Buhari's Facebook page. I follow Buhari on Facebook. I have not seen selfies with him and Biden. I have not seen selfies on the Facebook page of what's his name? Julius Maada Bio. I have not. The president of Sierra Leone. But our president made sure yesterday they posted the selfies everywhere. What does that tell you about the man? The man is so simple-minded. The people in a serious meeting discussing serious issues, elections, and can't wait to take his selfies. He could not wait to take his selfies, my people. It's a serious embarrassment for our country. That's all we are wanted. I get my selfie, I go. That's it. Meeting successful. The trip extremely successful because I got my selfies.
Yeah, but then there's another article that says that we are asked the government of, let me say, the people of America, most especially the president, to support Liberia in the upcoming 2023 election. I don't know what he's trying to say. Was it that the elections that are upcoming should...
Are the Americans not already supporting the elections?
That's what I'm... That's it. That's just what I'm doing.
The Americans are already giving support. Who's paying for the biometric system?
The American.
The Americans, through USAID, offered $19 million, $19 million for the elections. Does he not already know that Americans are supporting the elections? What's the point of asking them? The reason Biden is even asking you to ensure that elections are free and fair is because
the money they are pumping in.
Huh?
Yeah. Because of the money they are pumping in the election.
Because of the money they are pumping in and because he really doesn't trust them. Baka, if I really trust you to do something, you think I'm going to remind you or encourage you to do the right thing? I'm not going to encourage you because I really trust you. I'm not going to encourage you, oh, Baka, I really want you to do the right thing. No, I'm not going to do that because I already trust you. But the reason Biden had a meeting with these African leaders because he knows what these African leaders are capable of. They're capable of rigging elections. How you go about support? Biden is already supporting the elections through USAID, the American government. What else do you need Joe Biden to do? Huh? He just want to say something. They telling Biden say, he telling the people, you know, we've had elections before in the past. I can just imagine how we are made us seem. But now let's go to how we are presented himself in that kind of meeting with 5 other African leaders. They're sitting there with Joe Biden and they're talking serious issues. And those other leaders can present themselves very well. And I imagine our man Joe Weah. Amen. Imagine that boy. Imagine how he conducted himself. That boy made us sing again yesterday, man. I feel bad already.
From me, what I think is that he listen more than talking because I don't know why he will be talking. What would he be saying?
You don't know Joe Weah. You don't know Joe Weah. I'm not saying. Look, I sat in a meeting with Joe Weah and Rudy Giuliani, Trump's former lawyer. We took Rudy Giuliani to New York in 2018 September to meet Joe Weah. At the time we had just come to power. I was still supporting him then for the 8 months or 10 months I supported him. I'm sitting there in a meeting with Rudy Giuliani and Joe Weah. Joe Weah just running him off. You all right? You think Joe Weah will keep quiet? He talks plenty. In any meeting you go to, Joe Weah wants to be the one that talks the most. I'm telling you, the most important meeting I've been in with Joe Weah was the one with Rudy Giuliani. Yeah. Joe Weah can talk plenty. He's just talking nonsense. Telling Giuliani how when he came to New York way back in 1990 something, and he used to live in Staten Island, something, a small house somewhere, all that one. How was Giuliani interested in that kind of conversation? I'm just looking at the guy. Giuliani is telling him how they can come to Liberia and provide some security training and this, that, they can do this, they can do that. Joe, we are just talking Japo. I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, what? Yeah. So let me tell you something. All that guy is interested in, he will be talking plenty. That's all. And then he's talking plenty nonsense. And with confidence too. Confidence. Yeah. So that's what happened, yeah, folks. Joe Weah, when he come in, he will bring $1 billion. He will bring $1 billion from Joe Biden. In fact, right now as I speak, they're counting the money. They're putting the money together. You will bring away on the private jet as he's coming. The money not coming behind you. The money is coming with him. $1 billion for that one goal time we have scored. And Biden told him, say, a time we have scored 2 goals at $2 billion. But at $1 billion they gave it Joe Weah for the 1 goal that time we have scored. That is the most expensive goal in the history of the world. Yeah. But you better encourage your future boy children to play football. Yeah. And they will play for America because when they score you and your children, you're rich. Oh my God Almighty. See these people. See that son of my swan all on Facebook posting the thing. They all want be rusted, man. He go tag me in one of the pictures. My man cause I ain't see the man. I said, what? You and all rusted crusted man like you? Joe Weah big Biden for selfie. You taking it, you putting it all over. Look at the position of the picture. You and the man, you're sitting now. You force the man, you leaning over just to take picture with man. Hey man, Baka man. Baka,
you know,
President was standing side by side, or they'll be sitting. That want to take official picture, but you take your cell phone. That's not Joe Biden phone. He take his cell phone. He leaning over. I just hope that cell phone battery I just died. Oh, Joe, we are gonna die. If the cell phone battery, little man carry his cell phone to take the picture. Anybody want that cell phone battery die, and I take his cell phone with body, you fire. You fire. What? The cell phone battery die, the man I take a picture of body, you fire. The man lean body over. Look at body got to be leaning over. You know, Parker, they think they're embarrassing me about. Man, they think they're embarrassing. And you know, Biden a civilized man. You know, civilized man can indulge you. You know what I'm going to indulge, Parker? You do not let something, but you just fake it so you can make the person feel bad. Because you're civilized man. Yeah, that's what civilized man can do. I do it all the time. People that see me in program, they want to take picture. Some people want to take 10 picture. Your one, you want to take 10 picture. Your friend, they want to take picture too. Your one want to take 10 picture. So Biden knows that. Biden know the African men, they let picture in it. Because the picture, they will get a picture about the Africa and tell the people, say, yeah, they accomplished me here. Yeah, but you also make sure you're not so charged all we have. You're going to be fired. Even if you're not one of the medicine part of woman, you're going to be fired. Joe, you're not taking a picture. You fired. Man, they trip useless. Oh, They say, Mana Bioto a picture that Saba picture. You see that? Somebody just said it. They say, Bio want a picture that Saba. They took it standing next to each other. That's how presidents take picture. You can be president, you president, then you tell your other friend president, more important president, you tell older man about it, made a man to lean over just so you can take selfie. Don't get like a man so don't you, let me ask you now. Young man and you meet 170-year-old puppet now, You want to take picture with him, selfie. Now you don't want to take a picture, lean over just so you can take picture with him. That's how you will take picture? Is that not disrespectful?
Total disrespect.
Total disrespect. The puppet that your man, that your pa, that your uncle. You meet a person, you meet a man lean over just to take picture with you, man. What kind of nonsense is that? Marabio only took it, the man was standing side by side. So the man embarrasses us, man. The man, and let me tell you something. Apart from Biden being a trained, civilized man, the men are white men too. White people can fake. Look, I live in this country. I've lived here for almost 8 years. White people, they can fake. Oh, they will be smiling. Yeah, they'll be laughing with you. But that way, soon behind your back, white men can fake. White men can fake too bad. They will be faking with you, but they're not there. They're not there. They will be smiling. Yes. Oh, this is awesome, man. This is fantastic. I love this. They are very fake. The most fake human beings I've come to know are white men, especially Americans. Americans are fake people. So Joe Biden is telling, Joe Biden there, he just he's a little son of swine, a little corrupt man. Little corrupt man. But why did Biden call him to a meeting? Him and other African leaders. Don't cheat in the election. The election are coming here, you want to cheat. That's what the man called them for. But the whole essence of the meeting is to tell them not to cheat in the elections that are coming. That's it. Exactly. That's it. You enter the white man's store. You want buy something. You know what is that doing for us? They will start complimenting you on your watch you're wearing. Oh, your shirt is a nice shirt. Oh man, your cologne smells good. The people are fake people. They will be fake. Oh, they'll be lying to you. When women finish praising you, you think you can worship? Women can worship past you. The women, just because they want you to buy something or they want to make you feel good, they'll be praising you. When you go to a restaurant to eat, the people who serving you, they will start praising you. Oh man, I love your hair. Mostly like the women, they can do it too. Oh, I love your hair. They say the women, women love praises, right? It's funny. Yeah. They're really getting you. They want, you know what they want? They want bigger tip. When you finish eating, they want you to make the tip heavy. I love your hair. Then I love nothing. But anyway, let's move on to something else here. So there's a lady at some kind of woman, and not lady, because lady that's civilized person, woman are young woman, a female, period. Some people are ladies, some people are young woman. There's a difference of lady. When you become a lady, that means you civilized. I don't think you must know both ways, but you must have good manners in you. Then you are a lady. You must be a good person. I talk about education. More education is different from that. But a lady is a civilized, is a decent person. Person who got good ways, who got good manners. A lady. LPRC. There's this woman, that lady, called Nora Ray. She is the deputy managing director for operations at LPRC, Nora Ray. This woman is in the habit of physically assaulting. There is physical assault and insult are different things. Insult are when you use words to cause somebody. Assault, physical assault means when you physically touch the person. You physically abuse them, you touch them. Nora went and grabbed this boy, the brother of Dixon Siebel, Representative Dixon Siebel, who was a CDC man. Yo, Jason Sebo brother really took trouble in the woman hand. The woman grabbed Jason Sebo brother. He works.
Because that was sedition, that is sedition killing. So
Sedition killing. Yeah.
Mm.
Last week, she told Jason Sebo brother, who his name is Alfonso Sebo. She grabbed Alfonso Sebo. She said he might knee down and pump tire. She made the knee down first. While he knelt down, she was cussing and slapping him. Slapping him. And then she said he must pump tire. Can't see a man pumping tire. Groom man. Okay. And I said small boy, groom man. Alfonso Sebo, Dixon Sebo brother, made the pump tire while she was slapping him and insulting him. So she verbally, she insulted him, she cussed him out, and then she physically assaulted him, bullied him, psychologically abused him, and all of that. Humiliated him. You know what I mean? You take a roster man, you go to work somewhere, then your boss, may you go pump tire and be slapping you. Make a roster man pump tire. I say, listen to this. After she did that, the word got to Dixon Sebo, Representative Dixon Sebo. Oh, Dixon Sebo was vexed. I don't know, is it Dixon Sebo big brother or his small brother? Some of you are saying this is Dixon Sebo's elder brother. That makes it even worse because Dixon Sebo is not small boy. So if you're talking his elder brother, then chances are this Alfonso Sebo man could even be older than this Nora Red woman. Uncouth, uncivilized woman. But whatever the case is, it does not justify. I mean, whether he's young or he's old, her action was just ridiculously wrong. Dixon Sebo got to know about this. He was furious, understandably furious. Oh, understandably furious. Dixon Sebo went to approach her. Then she started apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry. But this is her third time. I'm told the man is in his 60s, his early 60s. What? Then this must be Dixon Sebo's elder brother. So this is an elderly man she did this way. An elderly man. I said, you see that was some poking get blessing. You look at old man, you tell him to knee down and pump tire while you slapping him. Just because you are the deputy for operations? I mean, this is just that they kind of poking just go, they can just dance in a funny way. But you know, you do this to an elderly person. Wow.
Like, you know, Costa, she behaved like somebody that don't have a father, you know, an elderly person at home. Because if you look at such person and do that to them,
regardless of what the man did to you, look, she disgraced the man. Dixon Sebo dealt with her, and she said she was sorry. She started begging him, and she apologized. She didn't even mean a damn apology. But this is what makes it even more disturbing. This is not her first time doing this to an employee. This is not her second time. This is actually her third time doing this. And she's only been at LPRC very briefly. Now, last week, LPRC bought her a $36,000 brand new vehicle. Just last week. Yeah, just so you know, on another issue. They bought her a $36,000 brand new vehicle. This Nora Rare woman. You see her face, she ugly like her. You know, I wanted to mention that in the post, but I was afraid Facebook was going to have a problem with that. They were going to call it bullying. But you know how face looking like? Look at her face. Her face looks like when you take the dog, when you kill a dog, okay, and you put a dog in a fire, you roast the dog and the dog face. You know a dog face can tell, right? Her face look like roasted dog face. Look out her face. Y'all go look at her face, go. Huh? When you put a dog in the fire, and she ugly that. When you put a dog in the fire, you roast the dog. And how the dog means vet. The dog means vet. Now how her face looking like? They roast that dog face. The dog vet. Now how her face looking? Ugly woman like her. Beating Papi like that, man, abusing him, physically assaulting him. Roast that dog face. She wants smile, she wants cry. You know, ugly people, they get problem with smiling. When they want smile, they want cry. They all feel looking like no red. Bad law will follow you for that thing you did. Oh, they said these people are very mad. Oh, understandably so. I would have been very, very mad myself to do that to my elder brother. And you know, when I made a post on Facebook, then this guy who always can put more on everybody, not knowing, oh, he got exposed to Rufus Berry. I know Rufus Berry very well. A loud, vociferous guy, a big ANC man. He owned a secret coming us out. While Rufus Berry is on my post, he started calling me. He started calling me on Facebook Messenger. So I was wondering, I said, I knew straight why he was calling. I never answered his call. Rufus Berry. So when I never answered his call, you know what he did? No, first he went on my post, on this particular post. He started defending the woman. Oh, this is not exactly what happened. The woman was sexually assaulted.
Look at that.
Sexually assaulted.
What?
Yeah. Rufus Berry posted he commented on my post that that Noah Red woman was sexually assaulted. That's why she did what she did. So then he started writing organization. Then my source at LPRC told me, so, oh, that Rufus Berry man works here at LPRC as a consultant. He's not doing nothing. He's a so-called strategic consultant assigned directly with the managing director, Mary Ure Coleman, now a corrupt woman, and we'll get plenty of things on Mary Ure Coleman, the managing director at LPRC. So the guy said, oh, Rufus Berry makes $3,000 a month. ANC man, all day on Facebook for Ellis Cummings. Rufus Berry makes $3,000 a month. 250 gallons of gas a month and $50 in trash cars. Okay, let's add it up. 250 gallons of gas is almost $1,500 or just about. Rufus Berry makes $3,000 a month from LPRC as a so-called strategic consultant assigned directly to the MD, Mary Ure Coleman. And he also gets 250 gallons of gas a month and $50 in trash cars. I said, oh, I see why Rufus Berry is talking all this stuff. You know what I did? By the time I got the information, I went right on my post and I posted, hey there, Rufus Berry, you make LPRC. Your man Berry responded. He said, yeah, so what? In fact, I want more than I said. I said, we're making $10,000. I said, Jesus, you see? And guess what, folks? Rufus Berry does absolutely nothing at LPRC. They consultant business that one way people can give their boyfriend free money from government or their buddies free money from government without doing anything for it. What does LPRC need a strategic consultant in Rufus Berry for? My people, I know Rufus Berry. I've known Rufus Berry for so many years. What is he doing at LPRC to make about $5,000 a month free money? Free money. He's doing absolutely nothing. They come to my invite, really. He said, let me tell you what that son of my swan wrote me. Rufus Berry, the son of my swan. After I ignored him because he wanted to call to beg for his people, then he wrote me this. He said, to my living God, what you posted is 1,000 times not true. Bro, she was actually violated. She and the representative never met, not even for 1 second. You are the voice of the masses, and your stories have to be 100% correct. Then you got to say, the Holy Bible says we should not speak falsely in any manner. The Holy Bible. Rufus Berry telling me about the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible says we must not speak falsely in any manner. Jesus Christ. Okay, now I understand. That is strategic consultancy Rufus Berry doing it. So Rufus Berry, you say you communist man, you on job, we have people payroll, and you defending wrong, that they change that you want to see in Liberia? Tell me now, Mr. Berry. We have $3,000 and 250 gallons of gas and $50 trash car every month for free. You're not doing nothing for it. This is the system you want to change. Talking about the Bible say we will not bear false witness and we will not speak falsely about other people. The Bible also says we will not receive free money for not doing nothing. Nonsense, man. So now Mary Ure Coleman, when she got to LPRC, okay, that woman can alley, butter can melt. She can alley, she can steal. But the stories I have heard, yesterday I started hearing something about Mary Ure Coleman, the MD of LPRC. She got this guy that called Prince Kier, one light-skinned guy, mulatto guy, Prince Kier. He is a procurement manager. Prince Kier is the one she and him can do all the stealing together. The procurement manager, that her right-hand man. They say breeze can pass between her and Prince Kier, that Mary Ure Coleman woman, because she and Prince Kier are in all kind of diriba. Then there's another guy, I know the guy very, very well. Loud mob picking, loud when they say he can steal a kiripus. Prince, her name is Colasus Double. Colasus Double. You who know Colasus Double, yeah? My people, Colasus Double is a rogue. Just so you know, all of you who friendly with Colasus Double. Colasus Double, nasty, they not get tired with him. You know why they can fire him? He's a sedition. I know Colasus, loud picking, loud. He can steal it. Let me show you his picture. I'm sending you a picture. I'm sure you've seen this idiot around somewhere. Colasus Double is a rogue. He not steal fuel, he not steal fuel, he not steal fuel. They continue to change his assignment. They can't fire him. Oh. You know why they can't fire him?
No.
It's a sedition. This is Colasus Double. Folks, that they bought right here. Colasus Double. They bought and steal fuel oil. This is one of the experts in stealing fuel oil at LPRC. Gasoline and fuel oil. Colasus Double. I know him very, very well. When I say I know him, not personally, I run into him so many times. He's very loud, noisy, loud thief. Every time I get complaint about one Colasus Double, this is like the third time I've gotten a complaint about Colasus Double, that he's a rogue. The last time he stole, they changed his assignment. Now, they just dismissed one guy called Benedict Yinswa. I'm going to tell you, Benedict Yinswa was just dismissed at LPRC. They just fired him. But Benedict Yinswa was dismissed. He has gone to court. He went and got a lawyer. Benedict Yinswa went and got a lawyer to represent him. Now, they dismissed Benedict Yinswa for theft. The cousin. They say the MD insulted Benedict. All honor Benedict, she cussed him. That Mary Ure Coleman woman. She cussed Benedict Yinswa, cussed him. So Benedict Yinswa went, and she did that right in the presence of the HR manager who had just fired Benedict Yinswa. So Benedict Yinswa went. He went to the law firm, Twan Red Law Firm. He hired a law firm to represent him. He's taking LPRC to court. His claim is wrongful dismissal. Even though they accuse him of stealing, but Benedict Yinswa said he did not steal. The Colasus Double boy who can steal like Kiripus, who they have caught on tons of occasions stealing, until they had to change his assignment, or Colasus Double continues to be in the employ of LPRC. Just like this rogue. What's your name, man?
The security man.
The one who stole a few oil, they suspended him and they...
There you go.
Zolizo.
Zolizo, yeah.
Stole a few rogue. Zolizo the rogue. Zolizo told them, hey, you fire me, I will expose all the stealing we used to do here. Colasus Double is still there. They have not. That boy can steal. I'm just hearing bad things about Colasus. When I come to Liberia, I see that Sanama Swan. And he loud. He likes to be in your face talking. Like if you are road say, let me come to Liberia and go to Mary shop because That the place I normally used to see him. To Mirror Shop, 19th Street, Cinco. Let me see you can stand in front of me and one can talk, see this building, all I can see. I want all your friends to know that he can steal. All of y'all who can go to Mirror Shop, y'all must know Colasho Double. This is his 3rd time they've caught him stealing fuel oil and gasoline. Colasho Double. Every time they catch him, big CDC people will call to beg for him. Oh, I met a lawyer partisan. Look, the government writing over guy. You can commit a crime. Once you are a lawyer partisan, your crime is absolved. You are set free. Zolizo, when Zolizo was caught stealing fuel oil, we posted a video and all the suspended Zolizo. All Zolizo did was do what? He came on Facebook and started praising George Weah. Isn't that how he did? He never denied he stole the fuel oil and the gasoline. All he did, he came on Facebook, deny them a benefit because I'm fighting for the president. I want the president to do well. And so. Look, this government is a joke, a complete joke. That's what the government is. It's very sad. And I want to say this to you. Those of you who thought that Mary Yurikoma was a nice person, oh, I'm sorry to break it to you. Mary Yurikoma is a bad rogue herself. Yes, she and that Prince Kia, I'm collecting all the data on them. I will spill the beans when I have enough. Mary Yurikoma. She act like she innocent woman. She act like she doesn't know what's going on at LPRC, that only the other opponent can steal there. You know how she can be like, oh, they're stealing over. I dare yeah, doing my job, but she is a terrible woman. And I will tell you, she can steal her head. But let's go to the lines and take some calls there. Before we go to the lines, Bogart, I watched this video. I don't know whether you've seen it. I haven't seen the entire video because I think it's too sad. I don't have the stomach for it. But I want to say this to you. Of a guy who was a victim of mob justice. It's a horrible thing to watch. Heartbreaking. I mean, I think they blinded him, Bogart. I mean, his eyes are completely damaged for life. And this guy went to his sister's graduation. On his way back, I think they mistook him for a rogue or something. They beat him badly, left him unconscious or semi-conscious. And his eyes, you can literally see his eyes. They're terrible. Okay. They beat him mercilessly. Okay. You know, like Liberia sickens me. This is a country where you mistake an innocent person for a rogue and you beat them. Sometimes you kill them, carrying out your so-called mob justice. But then you vote for people who destroy your lives, people who brought a war, that kill your mind, that kill your power. And people who are stealing and stole millions of dollars. They will not beat them. You are a sick people. That's what you are. Liberians are some of the sickest human beings on the planet. A little thief or someone you mistake for a thief, you beat them to death. You commit the act of murder in the name of carrying out justice. And then the big thieves who are responsible for your lives being miserable, you don't touch them. In fact, you give them power, you idolize them, and you glorify them. You are a sick country. That is what you are. Sick people. Wagai, I will send you the video. Watch it when you can. They destroyed this man's eyes. Wagai. They could have killed him. They could have killed him. They could have killed him because they thought he was a rogue. I have heard stories, horror stories, of innocent people getting murdered by an angry mob, because they suspected them of being a thief. And nothing came of it. You remember that story, that infamous story in Ghana? This Ghanaian soldier, a fine soldier, I think he was some distant cousin of former Ghanaian president John Mahama. He was a captain in the Ghanaian army. Early morning, he was jogging, going to his post. And they murdered this captain. They killed this captain. So mob justice is not just unique to Liberia. It's all over Africa. They murdered this Ghanaian captain, fine soldier. They murdered him in cold blood because they assumed, they mistook him for a rogue. The guy was jogging very early in the morning. He was a soldier trying to keep physically fit. Yeah, they killed him. That story was so sad. It was so sad. So many innocent people have been murdered because of the mob justice. And you know, look at the people who murder people for stealing. You Liberians, you worship George Weah, you worship all the bad, you worship Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and you can murder innocent people. One day, while I was living in Stephen Tower Estate, I had to intervene in a situation, Bwakai. There was this guy who was a thief. Clearly, he was. He was walking around in the community. And Bwakai, he told a little boy, at this house in the estate, he stopped to the people's house. The little boy was sitting next to the market, the little widow market, as we call it in Liberia, on the porch, front porch. He told the little boy he wanted to drink. He wanted him to give him a water to drink. So the little boy went inside to get the water. The guy grabbed the gallon of palm oil and something else, and he started going. And when the little boy came, he didn't see him. He started shouting, "Roll, roll." And they caught the guy, and they started beating the guy. In the estate, Stephen Tower Estate, started beating this guy very badly. And luckily for him, I happened to have been on the scene. And I was living in the estate, so people recognized me. And I told them no. Luckily for him also, the crowd was not large. It was a small gathering of people. Just started beating him badly. And they were going to kill him. The second time I intervened in a mob justice situation was up Broad Street, Hilltop, where we used to sit and drink. There was this guy who went and stole a car battery. A car battery. And they wanted to beat him to death. I remember very clearly this guy, this criminal at Water and Sewer, the deputy Water and Sewer boss for administration, Momo. The Momo guy who his name is always in corruption at Water and Sewer.
Mosuri Momo.
Yeah, Mosuri Momo. Mosuri Momo and I intervened. And in fact, Mosuri Momo offered to pay back for the car battery the guy stole. And that guy's life was spared. I could never be part of mob justice to murder another human being because I suspect them to be a rogue or because they stole something. I wouldn't do that. If another human being came and broke into my place and tried to kill me, I can kill you and I will sleep sound. In fact, I would drink a cold bottle of beer to celebrate my triumph over you because you tried to kill me. But where you have overpowered the man, you have captured the man after having stolen from you or while attempting to steal from you, what's the need for you to murder him in cold blood? Liberians are horrible people, Bwakai. You murder a human being in cold blood because he tried to steal from you? If he tried to kill you, you are right. You are justified. Self-defense. But he just tried to steal something and you kill him. And you say you are a Christian or you are a good Muslim. No, you are a sick person. And you are the same people who make people Father of the Year, Mother of the Year, and you go to the church that Prince Johnson is the pastor of. One of the most notorious murderers in the country, Prince Johnson, is the pastor. And you go to, he is your pastor in your church. Dog it. But nigga, they order your pastor. But you can murder other people for stealing. Child tell her that your God. Ellen that your God. John we are that your God. Something is wrong with you people. You are you have a twisted mindset, twisted mentality. Yes. So, Mr. We are in a so-called town hall event. Mr. Weah said, private jet. They talk about me flying private jet. But yeah, there are enough people here flying private jet too. They posting a picture on Facebook. Me, when I fly private jet, I fly because I go to work for the Liberian people. That's what Joe said. So, but let me say something to Joe Weir. Joe Weir, the private jet you flying, on whose expense are you flying the private jet? That you part of it, we are paying for the private jet? Or the Liberian people paying for the private jet? The private jet that Joe Bogart flew, which you're talking about, which you made reference to, that you pay for the private jet that Joe Bogart flew on, that the Liberian people pay for it? I mean, what's wrong with this guy? That he, as president, would be comparing himself to a private citizen. A private citizen was given a ride in a private jet. You are the president of a republic. You've spent over $500,000. In fact, that might even be a conservative figure on private jet rides from Liberia to all the countries you've been to and to the United States. And yet you have the audacity to tell us, Mr. Weir, that Joseph Baga flying private jet too. You want to do the whole moral equivalency thing. That I'm one flying private jet. So, Joe Weir, when I fly private jet, will you compare yourself with me? I'm Henry Costa. I'm a private citizen. I do not control the purse strings of the country, the national coffers. When somebody gives me a ride in a private jet, would you compare yourself with Henry Costa, a private Liberian citizen? You see how something wrong with you? You see how low and limited your thinking is? You Ophelia White, you won't correct me. See, I'm not calling him Mr. Weir. I'm not even sort of calling him Mr. Seth. I sort of call him Pupu Plantoon Duga Cray. I sort of call him. Can't talk about calling Mr. President. Nonsense. This is an aberration. An aberration in the history of our country that a man like Joe Weir became president of Liberia is an aberration. You know what an aberration is? Let me spell it for you. You go look it up because I'm pretty sure you don't know the meaning of it. A-B-E-R-R-A-T-R-O-N. Aberration. Go look it up. Let me break it down for you. Say you not know it. Something when not sort of happen, it happen. Something that not supposed to happen, it happen. That's what an aberration means. An aberration. Joe, we are supposed to happen. President, we are supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. Joe, we are is a horrendous, stupendous aberration, cataclysmic, catastrophic aberration in the history of our country. Something was not supposed to happen, it happened. That they want to call aberration. Nonsense woman. Can't tell me, say, don't call him Mr. Weir. Call him Mr. President. Something wrong with you? Joe, let's go to the line. We'll take some calls. You want me to deal with us, son of a swine? And that's so happy. That's something they call president. We are not supposed to happy. That's something. President, we are my left. Let's take some calls there.
Okay.
All over the place doing user thing, begging people Biden to take selfie. They're posting it all over the place. And you can't talk about calling Mr. President. That is supposed to happen. We're supposed to happen.
Attention.
Let's take some calls there.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Workers.
Yes, welcome to the program.
Morning, Costa.
Morning, morning.
I don't want to call you last week Friday. The visual impairment.
Oh, you the visual impairment, yes.
Yeah, my number there. I want because you told me say you went to call, but I think Boga told the number that day.
I gave my people instructions.
Okay, I have it already.
They will deliver. You see, I always have a long list to take care of. People, lots of requests. You were not on our first list because you are trying to do first come, first serve, except it's an emergency basis. So My people will call you.
Okay.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I will call you.
Morning, Papa. Morning, Costa.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Your name and where you calling from?
This Ellis Stone, I'm calling from over here to be specific district marketing car web belt.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for all the information we got so far. You know, this one President Weah is not gaining anything. Anytime he travels, he go on such a platform like that. You cannot go to a summit that being called by the number one man in the world, the first man in the world, the most powerful man in the world, like Joe Biden. Then you appear on such a platform that all his voices. It's unfair. This is why anyone getting some, for games, scoring some goals politically and economically. When you appear to the platform, be real with the people that all is not roses. People are suffering, people are dying, people are not getting jobs. Since you come to power, there is no job for your people. There's not even an investment coming to the country. For each time you appear,
Oh, sorry, that was lost you, my brother. 07701021020 886 01038. Let me go there. Good morning. Oh, lost you there. Let me go back here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you calling
from? Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning. We can hear you.
Yeah, this is Kemoka from Johnson Street. And good morning to Costa as well.
Good morning, Kemoka. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Costa. Costa, anybody who is blessed with wisdom, so it's always the person that overnight wisdom, I think we are to be honest with you, Costa, we are a loud behaving fellow. Each time a man go to the UN assembly, they may always lie. To be honest with you, Costa, they may always lie. Each time you go down there, the picture that look real out there that does not reflect the true reality on the ground, Costa. I think he do that because the Liberian people are peaceful people, They believe that peace is the only is a virtue that guarantee progress. That's why we are going to say all type of things that has the potential to cause chaos in the country, and people look at it and go scot free. To be honest with you, because you see, we are honestly the people that say we are have the country at heart. You have is a good man. I think. They have a screen definition of goodness. A man I take your pocket money and go Qatar, go enjoy. You are suffering. You don't even have food to eat. You look at a man, you say good. And because I want to travel land, let me say this. This time when we go out, we are people say, oh, we hate we are. We don't hate we are. Our upbringing only uphold the war hope. Our upbringing only uphold the war of hate. Uphold the war hate. Costa, to be honest with you, uphold the war hate, and we're not wanting to divide a lineage and remain where it belongs.
All right, thank you so much. 0770102 886 01038 555 Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yep, your name is joining us from?
I'm Randolph A. Watson, joining you from the Real
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I listened to my hero last week Friday. So something got to me about the guests that are coming with him the December 30. I will be having a gift. But I want to get to Calasco or to this guy, Charles Robert. I want Charles Robert number so that I can prepare that gift for the 15th person when I get Robert fee. Then you will see, yes, you will know that, yeah, two patriots like this are here to host Costa.
Thank you. Let me say something to you. I see a lot of people are reminding me about this LBDI so-called defaulters list or delinquent borrowers list. And let me say something to you what I discovered yesterday. The list has some issues. I found that out yesterday, Waka. Some of the people on the list have already paid, completely settled their loan with the bank. So apparently the list that is out is not the updated version. Now, when I found that out yesterday, I was like, oh. So one person at least that I know personally, whose name is on this list, is cleared with the bank, is in the clear, and has been so for a while now. So that means the list is not up to date. Therefore, I cannot say that all of the other people whose names are there are still in the red with the bank. Because of that, I am not inclined to go ahead and disclose the list, at least from my platform. Other people can go ahead and do it. But I'm not saying the list is not real. But some people on the list should not be there. They have already settled their loans. At least one person. I can only speak of one person. And I can confirm that they are in a clear with the bank. And they were alarmed that their name is on this list. But then the thing could be the timing. When was the list made? Was the list made, and Vaga will take no more calls. We'll take Mr. Ellis' copy shortly, but let me finish this point. Was the list made recently, or was the list made previously? So I'm not saying the list is fake, but I'm saying at least one person whose name is on the list has settled with the bank. And they were alarmed when their name appeared on the list. And they called the bank, and the bank will say, well, you know, so the list might be not a very current list. So because of that, I will not be discussing the list on this platform because I don't know who all have settled and who all have not settled with the bank. It is as simple as that. I'm not going to deal with a list. We get to decide what we discuss on this show. And I will tell you what, and we have an obligation to present the truth, the facts that we can verify and authenticate, not what somebody else can verify and authenticate. Because one person on the list should not be on the list, now it puts into question, into doubt, the entire veracity of the list. So I'm not going to come discuss a list with you that some innocent people might be on. I will not do that. Whatever you want to say about me, it is your business. I really don't care. But that is who I try to be, fair. I was ready to go ahead with the list. My man Rodney was going to come in the show. But some people have already paid. And at least one person, I can only speak for one person. It's a long list. But just because one person's name should not be there, that is there. Now I have to put brakes. I have to put on the brakes and say, okay, let me wait and see. Is it possible that there are others on the list that should not be on the list? But this much I can tell you. I had a very interesting call last night with somebody who used to be at the bank, a very big person. And the person told me last night a whole lot of things. But one particular thing they told me that really struck me that I'm going to share with you. As at December 31st, 2021, listen to what I'm going to say. As at December 31st, 2021, that's the end of last year, LBDI had a total debt portfolio of $66 million. As at December 31st, 2021, LBDI had a total debt portfolio of 66 million United States dollars. Of that $66 million, $35 million representing 53% is non-performing loan. Let me repeat. Of the $66 million total loan portfolio of the bank, $35 million is non-performing loan. Non-performing. 31 million is performing. These numbers are terrible. Now, listen to this. 53% of the $66 million loan portfolio is non-performing. 31 million, which is 47%, is performing as at December 31st, 2021. But the bank, the threshold set by this CBL, the Central Bank of Liberia, for your debt portfolio or your loan portfolio is, for your non-performing loan rather, is 10%. That means the bank should do everything that it can to not exceed 10% of their loan portfolio being classified or categorized or condemned as non-performing. So LBDI is 500% above the threshold. The threshold set by Central Bank is 10%. But as at December 31st, 2021, which is almost a year ago, so it's possible this debt portfolio is bigger than this loan portfolio, LBDI was 500% above the CBL non-performing loan threshold of 10%. Fellow Liberians, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. LPDI is in a serious liquidity crisis. 500% above the central bank non-performing loan threshold of 10%. They're 53% of their loan portfolio. Now, because the economy has been terrible in the last couple of years, they've seen the non-performing trend worsen. More borrowers are facing difficulties in servicing their loans. So the bank is in trouble. How is LBDI going to collect $35 million from delinquent borrowers? Well, that's not my concern. That's their business. Mr. Alice Coffey, good morning. But this is very bad for the economy because these businesses are struggling to pay. Some of these individuals are struggling to pay, and some of them actually do have money but just don't want to pay. Period. That's what it is. But we're going to leave that for today and speak with Mr. Alice Coffey, Managing Consultant of Allen Bernard International. Mr. Coffey, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Bwaka. Good morning. Good morning to everybody in the listening land and those who are also watching, and those now and those who will watch later on. So we're bringing you this series, as we said, on personal financial planning, and this is brought to you on the Costa Show by Allen Bernard International. Henry, it's interesting. We're receiving a lot of interesting calls.
That's good.
Yeah, they're categorized into three. There's people who are calling for business and people who are calling for professional advice, and then at different levels, different ages, and something that I love to do, to mentor and inspire and those things to people. And of course, there's the other one that coming in the inbox. You know what I mean, around this season, right? It's going to require another attention.
Well, that's what exposure does. The greater your exposure, the greater the liability that comes.
Yeah. So some of them we got to respond to them, but
yeah,
we'll be talking about budgeting today. So Boaka and George, I'll be sending you something, but nothing in the budget for you for Christmas. You got the budget right now. So we found small thing in the contingency budget for New Year and send you something.
Yeah. So what are we talking today?
Yeah, we're talking about managing your financing. Particularly, we'll be talking about setting financial goals and establishing a manageable budget. That's what we're going to talk about. But in the meantime, we have a special offer going on. For if you refer anybody to us, the person pay us, you get 10% of whatever the person pay us. So
that's very good.
As simple as
10% commission.
Registering a business, the person pay us $50, you get $5. Yeah. You send somebody to us for us to do the person front office work, that is register the business, do the person paperwork and other stuff, and do the person NGO 501(c) and those kind of things, which we call front office. If the person pay us $1,000, you get $100. If we do the back office work, the accounting work and other stuff, you get whatever the person pays us, you get 10%. And during the tax season that is coming from February to April next year, if you refer any individual to or any business that will do the person taxes, our rates are flat. We don't charge people based on how much you get and all that stuff. It's flat rate based on certain conditions. But if the person pay us, you get 10%. So for businesses, if we do accounting work for the person for the first 1 year, anything the person pay us, you get 10%. So, but of course, terms and condition applies. So
of course, terms and conditions apply everywhere.
Yeah. So
and that's the phone number right at the bottom there. For those of you listening, I'm gonna call the number out for you. How you can contact Alan Bernard International. The number is 469-378-3955, and ask for Mr. Alex Coffin when you call. So yeah, there's an opportunity to make 10%. So the more people you refer, now you know tons of people who want to do their taxes. So income tax time, we're just about in that season, so it's coming. So you guys do income tax return filings too, right?
Yes, we do for individuals.
So you prepare, you file.
Yeah,
fantastic.
For businesses, we do it for individuals. Every in the 50 states. So every state we do it for you. Beautiful. So yeah, so come February. And then at the end of this series, we'll be doing some tidbits on tax preparation and taxing, and some of the things that are coming out of the IRS with individual taxes, and okay. The IRS is trying to tighten us things and stuff like that. So we will be giving some tidbits on that. But today we're talking about.
Let's get down to it. We don't have a lot of time today.
Yeah, we're talking about managing your financing. We'll go straight into next week we'll talk, and of course next week we'll be doing only once a week. We'll be doing every Thursday.
On Thursday,
the series ends, so we won't be doing Tuesday and Thursday. So now we talk about getting prepared and making money, getting a job or doing a business or getting a windfall and things like that. How when you get money, but now when you get money, you have to always set your financial goals, right? What is it that you want to achieve? You want to pay up debt, you want to pay your children's school fee, you want to live a comfortable life, you want to live a soft life. I mean, whatever you have to do, you got to set a goal. Now, as money come in, whether it's weekly pay, whether it's twice a month, you're getting paid every 2 weeks, or you're getting paid monthly, you got to set a goal. What do you want to do? So once you set that goal, but then you have to set a budget. Always set a budget, right? Whether you have, and I would take some few minutes to go through a budget, even though we don't have it on a board somewhere to do a presentation here. But if you need that, call. We can send you the spreadsheet as a guide. We can send it to you free of charge. We'll not charge you money to send you that spreadsheet. We can send it. It's a sample. So you always have to set a budget, right? Now, if you have a computer, that's fine. If you have Excel spreadsheet, that will even make it beautiful. You can put that in there. If you don't have a computer, if you don't know Excel, you can read it the other way. You can read it in your book. Mm-hmm. So if you're taking notes, if you're listening to this program, pick up your book and take notes. This is quite important for individuals, for family. Whether you have money or you don't have money or you have too little, when you are in, especially when you are in financial crisis, that's where you put in all the austerity measures. You do a budget. If you, that's why Henry, you said it last time. Some people win lottery, some people get an inheritance, some people get all this windfall, and they end up having nothing at the end of the day because they don't plan, right? Now, if you plan, you know where your gaps are, because especially now, it is tough. You know, people making, you know, their income is not as in a comparable to, it doesn't commensurate with the cost of living nowadays everywhere. Even
thanks for inflation.
Everything prices have gone up. People, we used to say, well, it takes 2 to make it, but now it looks like it takes 4 to make it. It takes 4 to make it. It takes 4 paychecks to make it these days. So that's where you plan and you know the gaps, right? So the first thing you do is income. All your income, every money that is coming in, that is after tax, after they deduct your tax, your net pay, your wages from your job, and any other income you're getting, put it down. If you're 2, you put John, you put Mary, you put it down. Every income you're getting, put it down first. I mean, whether you get joint account, you don't get joint account, whatever, just make sure you have a budget, all right? If you have separate budget, that's fine. But just make sure you have a budget and bring in all your income and put it on the paper and see that, okay, this is what is coming in this week. This is what is coming in this 2 weeks. And those who get paid 2 weeks, that is difficult to do. It's a little tricky because some bills are due at certain times. Your rent is due or your mortgage is due at the end of the month. So you know your rent is higher. It's a big chunk of your budget.
It's the single biggest expense people make monthly.
It's the biggest expense on your budget. So it comes at the end of the month. And then when other expenses come at the end of the month, other bills come at the end of the month, you can be choked. So there's a way to play around it if you have a budget. You can front load some at the middle of the month. Even though it's due on the 28th, but you front load it. That is, you pay it on the 15th, right? So you got to manage all that. Then after you put in all your income, you know when it's due. It's due on the 15th, it's due on the 31st, or it's due. If you're taking pay every week, that one is easy to deal with, but you have to put it down. Okay. Now, if you're taking pay monthly, the same thing, you got to put it down. Then you come to your expenses. Especially in places like America, you don't put the food first, you put the bills first. On my personal budget, I put the bills and safety first, right? So I put, how much am I paying for rent or mortgage? How much am I paying for utilities? Utilities that light, water, garbage, internet, other one, that utility, right, etc. Then you put the dates that they are due. Put the dates that they are due.
Because you know these days, like we know,
Yeah,
I know which month I gotta pay my rent. I mean, what day I gotta pay my rent.
Yeah, you know what day you pay the rent at the end of the month, and they give you 3 days grace period, mortgage or whatever. They give you 3 days grace period to pay. By the 3rd, you're supposed to pay. So, but your light bill, your water bill, some of them are due different times. Sometimes you negotiate with them. When I'm doing something, when I call the bill people or the insurance company, if I'm doing a new insurance, I tell them I want it to be paid as on the 15th of the month. It will be due. So I set my due date. If I owe consumer loan, I set my due date, so that it's flexible for them. You can call anytime and change it, but of course there are periods. So when you do that, when you put your utility down, then you put your consumer loans down. Consumer loans are all these different credit cards we owe. They are not utilities, all these different credit cards and different money we owe to people, right? Or we owe to companies and stuff like that. You put that down. So that is your home, rent or mortgage, your utilities, that includes light, water, garbage. Then you put the consumer loans down, credit cards and whatever you owe. You owe the Susu Club, you got to put that money down. Then you come to your insurance, your life insurance or your medical insurance, you got to put that down. Well, that's what we call safety. Once you put all that down, you know when they are due, you add it up, you know. Then you subtract it from all your income, then you know the balance. The balance that is left is what is available for what? Living expenses. Living expenses include food, groceries, toiletries. You got to do an estimate. You go to the shop, you go to the store every day to buy. You got to know how much you are spending every week or every 2 weeks or every month. You got to be able to, estimate that, yeah. These days, things that we used to pay, we go to the grocery store to buy, you pay $150. These days, you're paying double. You're paying like $300 for the same thing. Then you come to your car expenses, your gas, the maintenance of your, and the tools that you buy. Then you come to home expenses, whatever you're doing in your home, whatever you're buying. Sometimes we like to decorate a house, we like to do this, we like to go to the store and buy impulsively and just facing things all day in the house. I mean, if you have a home, of course, you got to be going to Home Depot and other stores to be buying stuff. So home expenses, you put in that. Then you have to adopt an allowance system, right? If you take pay, for example, if you have a joint account, for example, you give allowance to the guy, you give allowance to the woman, because the woman wants to buy her nail polish and those kind of things. She doesn't want to come into that account every time. So you set aside. The guy too want to ball with his friends, he want to do his own thing, he has an allowance. And the children too have to have an allowance. Especially your high schoolers, they need to have some allowance. So you put that allowance aside in your budget. It's part of your expenses. So John get something, take that money from the account, transfer it to his separate account or his cash app or whatever account he has, put it there, take the one, put it to the woman own, take the children own. They have these teen cards that the children use. They have these different teen cards they use. Take one for them and let them have it. Some of them may abuse it, but you know what you got to do there. Some those. Then any other expenses, like you go to the church, you pay tithes, you pay dues, you pay contribution. You got to put that one down. You give money to your relatives. Like, we on this side, in the diaspora, whether you're in Australia, wherever you are, you got to send something there, or even in Ghana, or even some people in Liberia can send money to people too, right? So when wherever you are, you're sending money to your relative, you got to put it down. You're doing donation, and somebody pass, or you got to do a donation to something, or this people want you to contribute to something. You got to put all that down. If you're not in the budget, you're not in the budget, right? And your leisure, you have to budget for that too. Your travel, you want to travel every six months. You got to plan for it. What do you call the things there? Super Friday is coming. What do you call it? The Friday after Thanksgiving is coming. You want to buy some things. You got to plan for
Black Friday.
Then you total all that, or that's what we call living expenses. You total all that, or you get a total. You deduct it from the money available for living expenses. You deduct that. Whatever is left is available for what? Savings and investment. So you see, you got to make some money for you to get to that saving gap. Most of the time, we don't even break even. Break even is at the point where you can pay all your bills, you can pay for all your living expenses, then you break even. That means you are at that part. Whatever is left then is available for savings. And savings, investment will come to that, but savings is different from investment. Investment is for long term, right? Saving is for now or in the medium term, right? For example, you want to save for emergency. You always have to have that savings for emergency, right? Your car breakdown. You got to get that $400, $500 cushion somewhere for those kind of things. Something happens. Somebody
it will happen.
Yeah, and your car could break. It can be new. It can break down for something something simple, or you have a little project on hand. Some kind of little project. You want to have a party, birthday party. You want to have this. That's a project. You got to save for it. All right, and then also you may want to buy furnitures for your home. You may want to pay up debt. You want to buy property. You plan for that so that you can have a down payment. You want to have a big celebration, and also you gotta save for your children college. You gotta save for it's something. We'll come to that, but you got to plan for that too. They got different programs you can do, especially the 529 that I like. And then SUSU is a good thing. You also have to save for the SUSU because that's money you put there. If you decide to put $500, but we'll come to SUSU, but make sure that you're not giving your SUSU to your money to pyramid people. You're giving your money to well-established SUSU clubs and things like that have a track record. And then you have the long term. that is for investment, right? The investment part. Investment is more for long term, for retirement, or you're making a business, you're not getting the money now, maybe in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years before you start cashing in on your business. So that's long term. Or you're investing on the stock exchange, you're doing stocks or bonds, or you're doing money market investment and things like that, or you're doing Robinhood. So that's a budget. That's a typical budget that you have to adapt. So again, whether it is on the computer in the Excel spreadsheet, whether it's on Word, whether it's in your little notebook, always have a budget breaking down into some category that we just described. Once again, if you want this, you can call. The number is there, 469-378-3955 is there. We can send it to you. You can inbox us on Facebook, in our messenger page. You can we'll respond to you, or you can call. So again, put yourself together. Make sure you get a good job with benefits, and put yourself together. Package yourself so you can get what you want. If you're doing a business, make sure you're ready. That's why when we're working with individuals in our tax client individual, we don't just prepare tax. We give you advices. We work with you. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, which I believe is a relevant one. You're talking about budgeting, which is very key. I agree, and everyone should do it. What advice would you offer to people who, especially like people all over the world, who are experiencing inflation? Their incomes, wherever they are from, whether from their little business or from their job or jobs, have not gone up, but their cost of living has gone up. So there's an imbalance between what they earn and what they spend. Now they have less money, or they have the same amount of money, but with a diminished purchasing power. They can't buy as much as they used to be able to buy because of the cost of goods and services. What advice would you give them? What kind of adjustments should they make in their budget when they are faced with that reality, which most people are currently faced with?
Great question, and it's even not only in inflation when prices going up. That's but also if you lost an income, what do you do? Or if you have two and one person lost their income, or if you have a second income, you lost it, or you got this job where you give you a lot of hours and you lost hours. Yeah, you lost hours for some time. They're not giving you hours, and the management has changed the situation. So that is why budgeting is important. Some of the strategies, some of the austerity measure strategies, say if you look, let's start from your bills, right? And there's no money. So one of the things you got to do is to now cut some of the things you have to do. You have to cut. The first thing you have to cut back some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're having cables and you're paying for Hulu, you're paying for this one, you're paying for Netflix, you cut some of that stuff down. Go for streaming. Get a streaming service. So cut back stuff. Cut back.
Let me tell you what I did last time. Speaking of discontinuing or canceling some of these subscriptions. So I came across this app. It's called Rocket Money. And you sign up to it, and it synchronizes and manages all of your subscriptions and your bank account. Everything, every expense you make, it tells you how much you spent the last month on food, how much you spent on gas, how much you spent on this, how much.
Exactly.
I saw how much I spent on subscriptions. $5,300 and something in 1 year.
Wow.
Huh? You know what I did? I canceled my HBO Max. I canceled this, I canceled that, I canceled that. I got all kinds of subscriptions. In fact, I forgot some. They were just running. For example, when I was in college, right? So I had all these books, because you don't want to buy the books, right? You want to just rent the books. And these things were just running. Mm-hmm. So, I don't want, the only thing I will not cancel my Netflix, of course, and my Amazon Prime. But a lot of those other things, I canceled them. But just go on. Yeah. So I was.
Yeah, personally, I don't.
I save a lot of money.
Yeah, personally, I don't have. I just have one streaming service and Netflix. That's all I have. And the streaming service gives you a lot of stuff, and the Netflix give you something special. That's all I have.
I had too many. It was
once you have great internet, you can have you have great Wi-Fi in your house. So again, on the financial advice day, you got to cut that. What software you're talking about again? What's the name? The one that shows you all your expenses.
Oh, Rocket Money.
Oh, Rocket. Okay, Rocket Money.
Great app. It's a great app. It will put everything. What you do, you link it where you set it up. Is linked to your bank account. So that means every single subscription that is paid out of that bank account, it will tell you. It lists everything, and then you can cancel right from the app.
Yeah,
and
so that's something.
I pay them like $10 a month or less, and they tell me everything about every expense I make, everything.
It's good you brought that out. So that's why I asked you for the name. Those are the
Rocket
apps.
Money.
So if you can use. Yeah, so if you can use a spreadsheet, you use these days, those who are especially the millennial who are tech savvy and phone savvy, you can use some of this stuff. But you got to cut back. You got to cut back first. Then when you come to the house, you also have to cut back. You just have to learn how to nickel and dime. I would call it in that state. And if you're purchasing a high-end store, for example, you are going to Macy's, go to Macy's back store. You just get the same quality. Just adapt this different strategy of at that point, right? And then that's where your budget come in. Then you come to the house, and if you can reduce what you consume, but you got to manage what you consume, right? And then also when you come to the bills, you got to negotiate. If you can't pay for this month, you got to call the places and tell them you're postponing. There are different measures. And also when you're buying, there are different apps. They get a firm, they get these different people, different things online that you use to buy, and then you pay little by little. So all these different apps are available. But you have to qualify for them, right? Of course, then once you are in hard times, you got to suspend some of your savings and all that stuff. So, but just make sure that you have little emergency things sitting down somewhere for any eventuality. But it can be difficult when you can't make ends meet. So So you just have to look at your bills, cut back, negotiate with some of your creditors. That is why you don't take on some of the financial tidbits that we will give in response to your answer. Make sure that you open a bank account. Not just you can open a bank account at any bank or a credit union that value you and has good customer service. Make sure that you open an account that have no minimum balance and then fees and all that kind of stuff. ATM card, no ATM fees. Some banks are online bank, they will charge you. Because they don't have ATM, you have to use third-party ATM, right? So some of them will say, because of that, you will not pay ATM fee. Watch out for that. So when you're even opening an account, you got to be careful. You got to know that they value you. They don't have all these different minimum fees, so that some bank will have $300 minimum for a saving account, or even for a checking account, they'll have minimum fee and then the interest rate and all that stuff they charge you. Make sure you link your normal checking account to your saving account for auto saving and for overdraft protection, so that make sure that you know the fees. And one thing you do always is check your account. The app is there. Put an app on your phone and check your account. If you check it 4 times a day, check it 4 times a day. All right. Check your email. Check your text. Make phone calls. Anything you do, call. Because a lot of times, Henry, we get in trouble with overdraft fees. That is why you link your account for auto saving, so that it takes $100 or $50 you put it in your checking account. That is just your normal.
I hate the overdraft.
Yeah, I don't like that. And then when they even though they give you overdraft protection, but there's a fee to that.
$25.
Yeah, there's a fee. There's a fee to that. But watch that. Make sure you watch that. because you can get in trouble doing that. All right. So check your account every day. You know, your normal account. That's what I'm talking about. Not your other accounts. Say you put it on an online banking platform, and then you for real savings, for long-term savings, or for medium-term savings. But your everyday checking where your direct deposit go, you just have to open a savings account and a checking account and link them so that you're protected right there. But make sure you watch that. But we'll come to savings and investment. Credit card. For me, I get one major credit card with low interest rate and low or no annual fee at all. Some of them will give you all these, they will put all these things in your mail, they will entice you and you go for them and you get choked. I will avoid, me personally, I avoid all these department store cards, airlines and other credit cards with this high interest rate and annual fees. They're just enticing you. I get one major credit card. I get a good balance on it. I maintain it. I keep it at 30/70. That is to say, when you get for example, you get a $10,000 or even $1,000 credit card, don't use more than $300 at a time. As you use, you pay. But when you start going above that, then your credit start dropping, because they drop your credit on that basis. If you max it up, your credit can go down by 40 points, 50 points. So keep it at 30/70. That is to say, if you have a credit up to $1,000, for example, use only 30% at a time, or than 30% at a time. That is more than $300 at a time, and pay. And then the $700 can stay there. Of course, when you are in distress time, you can fall on that. But make sure that when things improve, you pay back. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, then I like to keep a separate, from my real bank account, I like to keep a little cash app account, where if I'm doing all these Amazon purchases, online purchases I don't use my main account. I don't, for security and for other reasons. Like you said, sometimes you sign up for these, 1 month, no charge, but they'll ask for your credit card, right? If you forget, bam, they charge you.
Yeah, they'll tell you the free trial period.
Once the free trial period, they charge you. I use my late card. I make sure when I need money, then I put it there. Then I use it. When I need money, I put it there. So when you bring your team, I forgot it. It bounced back. I said, okay, now I cancel it. I'm reminded.
When they can't collect, then they will notify you.
They will notify you. Then you now cancel because you forgot.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah,
hey, thank you very much, Mr. Coffee. Great show. Folks learn a lot of stuff from it. We'll be back here on Thursday of next week. What are we going to discuss Thursday? Just give us a synopsis.
So Thursday, we're going to finish managing your finances. We're going to discuss savings, traditional savings, money market accounts, certificate of deposit, SUSU contribution, college saving. Then we're going to explore investment, treasury bills, bonds, stocks, mutual funds, EFT, ETF, that is exchange traded fund. Then we're going to talk about real estate. Once we do that, then once we finish with that, then we'll go into retirement. But we'll discuss this topic next Thursday, and the following Thursday we'll discuss retirement. Then we'll start writing, and then at the end of the day, we'll talk about taxes and they will be preparing for the tax season that's coming up.
Thank you, Mr. Coffin. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, Henry, and thank you, Bwaka and George. We'll look for something for your new year.
And you and I will compare those tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, folks.
I'll be in Houston, but I will compare notes.
Yeah. All right. Today is how I would like to bring this to an end. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.